Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and today's an exciting day. We're working on the synthetic oil protection machine, and we're doing the K&N recharge kit. And this is the very filter that saves the trees, the bees, the pollen from going in your motor. And it's kind of going green. You're not wasting all these paper filters. You're not changing all these filters and throwing them away. All you do is just clean your kit. So we're going to be going ahead and applying this to melt the grease and the grime. We're also going to be hosing out the filter. We're going to show you that. We're going to show you how to dry it. We're going to show you how to oil it. We're going to show you all the secrets to it. I've heard a lot of people, they're scared of these suckers. Well, if you want to see proof of how good these suckers are, especially on the synthetic oil protection machine, which used to be an SL550, which is a Mensentas beans. So a lot of people, they say, Eben, what the hell is that? Well, you're gonna have to stick around to find out. And people, they say, Eben, on the street, they go, what is this car? I tell them it's called the Tesla Roadsters. And they say, well, what the hell is that? They think it's a Tesla. No, it's not a Tesla. But you're gonna see more on it right now. Let's dig in. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go ahead. All right, inside the books we go. And this has a nice hood. It really goes up high. And now all we do is take off our factory replacement filters. So we don't have a cold air intake on this car. It's just the regular OEM stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come here with our big old thick rubbers for extra protection. Now you say these suckers are just for looks. Not at all. They're reusable. And you won't burn yourself in a hot engine bay. So we come on in just like so. We're going to go ahead and pop these suckers out. So we come here, we just pop this off. Just pop this off right here. Pop this off. And then we just got to get this box out. So now we're going to go ahead and just loosen this sucker up. I think we just pop our little tabs off. It's all real easy, plug and play. Just like this. And then this should just wiggle straight up. Sometimes you got to undo the tab, which we're going to have to undo that tab right here. And then we're going to undo this right here to get to our box. All right, we got her all loosened up. We just used our star key. So here's going to be the crack. It's super dusty out here in Las Vegas. So let's show you what it looks like after about 12,000 miles. Here we are. So here's our filter. That's how clean the box is. Super clean. And now to get in here, you can use a little flathead screwdriver, or if you can get it by fingers. Now what I like about them is these silicone gaskets are super tight, so I couldn't even yank that sucker out by finger. So now we just get in there a little bit, and this will help pry her up. Just watch you don't rip it. Just be careful with it. And just kind of wiggle it up. And there she blows. And you'll see what she looks like. So this is what she looks like after exactly 12,000 miles. Now, what I do is I set it to go off at about 12,000. And what that does is that allows me to be well before 15,000 miles. So I'm cleaning it way before it has to be done. And if you want to be even sooner, depending on how dusty it is where you are, see, I live in Las Vegas, so it's super duper dusty. Now, you don't have to change this, but you're going to get much better gas mileage with it clean. So let's tap her out. Take a look. Here we go. Let's give her a tap, tap, taparoo. So this is one of the subtleties. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And just tap her out. So that's the secret. And this is before you spray her. And you want to be careful. You don't want to bend it or hurt the filter. Always be gentle with it. All right, so I'm happy with that. Now we're going to give her a spray. So we come here with our recharge kit. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is a detergent that melts the oil and all the grime. And this is the oil that we're going to oil it tomorrow. So we're going to let this sit overnight and let it dry. So here we go. We'll give her a little shakeroo. Always wear your rubbers. This stuff is very corrosive. Here we go, and do it in a ventilated area. We're outside. Let's do it. So we're going to completely saturate her. Uh-oh, we got a small accident. The pump broke. The pump totally broke. All right, the show must go on. We couldn't find another older bottle of this because I threw them all the way. Because you go through more of those than the other thing. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to use this right here. Here we go. Let's do it. So all we do is just saturate the media, let that soak in, and now we flip her over. Now you're going to see it change color. It's actually melting that red oil that's in there. And now we're going to let it stand for a couple minutes, and then we're going to go inside and show you how to rinse her out. We're on our right side bank, and this is how dirty she is. She's a dirty gal, and you can see inside the books. So we'll dump a little bit of that out. Here we go, our first tap. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we tap all our crap out. All right, so we're gonna rinse her from the inside out. You never wanna rinse from the outside in. That'll push all this dirt back inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from the inside out. Here we go. You can see how clean this drain is. Here we go. Let's do it. You see all that particles coming out. All that dirty stuff coming. And that's all we do is just rinse from the inside out. And now you're gonna see how there's not as much dark stuff when we turn it over. Here we go. We're gonna turn it over in the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. And look how clean that sucker is. Almost no dirt, no red. And that's how you know you got a good clean filter. We got some wet, clean filters. So now we're gonna give you the subtlety secrets on the swing. So we come with 2 hands, and this is what we call the swing. You just keep swinging, and you keep getting more and more water out. And now what we're going to do, after we swing it, and we're happy with it, this is the swing. I forgot. I haven't done this in such a long time. You want to hold it this way, and you do this beautiful swinging motion. And it just comes right up and out of the media. It's almost like a magic trick. And you can rotate. And now I'm happy with that one. And now for the next one, here we go. We're gonna hold it diagonal, and we're gonna let it swing out. It doesn't show this on the instructions. All right, I'm happy with that. So now we're gonna let these suckers sit for the whole night, and then we're gonna go ahead and oil them up tomorrow morning. Now for best results, if you want, you can put a fan on these suckers, but hey, we're in Las Vegas, there's 0% humidity and it's 90 degrees out at night, so what the heck? We're just gonna leave these suckers sit outside. They'll dry on their own. Now for one of the more technical parts, we're back after 8 hours. This is our oil, and this is the very stuff that you oil your filter with. Now there's 2 reasons why people don't like the K&N filters. They either put the filter in while it was wet, or they saturated the media until it was wet, and then the oil goes through, goes on the oxygen sensors, goes on the mass airflow sensor, goes all inside the motor, and then it doesn't run right. So that's the only reason someone wouldn't like K&N air filters. A lot of other people squawk about they don't filter well. Well, that's actually a bunch of horse puckies. And you say, well, Eben, you got to prove it. Well, we got proof. Right up here in the upper corner, check out the 15,500 mile oil analysis on my personal car. That's the SL550. There was very low soot levels in the fuel. There was also very low particulate or silica. So when the filter doesn't filter right, that silica goes through the filter into the motor oil. So definitely check out that video. So here we go. This is how to filter it. So how to oil this sucker is you want to oil the intake side. So this is our intake side, and that's our outside. And we only oil one side, the intake side. And we do one pass, one spray. And even if you don't have it all red, that's okay. If it's pink, even if you miss a spot, it's okay. You're actually better off being under-oiled than over-oiled. So here we go. This is how we do it. That's it. Done. Now you're going to see right here it's not perfectly red. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. So now we're going to let it stand almost like baked goods out of the oven, completely flat on its back, and that's going to let the oil saturate into the media. And then we're going to wipe the edges. So here we go. We're on to number 2. Here we go. And that's it. So now we take it and we let it stand on its back just like that. And that's how I oiled my last filter when I did my oil analysis. So this is actually the second time I'm cleaning this filter since I've had my car. We got 64,000 miles on her. We're getting ready to do the filter change. So we're going to be changing the oil filter at 6,500 miles. But we're going to be running the motor oil 13,000 miles out here in Las Vegas, and it's 115 degree summer days out here. So, well, let's go ahead and wipe her down. All right, so now we're going to wipe down the edges. So you don't ever want to put a wet filter into your car. You're going to see all that runoff and spill off. That's okay. So you take your towel and just wipe it down. Get rid of all the excess oil. It's okay to have it moist, but not wet. Meaning even if your filter was slightly moist from the previous day after you cleaned it, it's not going to wreck the airflow sensor. It's not going to do anything. If you put a wet filter in, the water's just going to go right through the damn filter all over the sensors, and it's not going to read the right airflow. You're going to totally mess up the electronics on your car, and then you're going to have to go through and clean it. You might have to take parts out. If you short a fuse out because it's wet, you might even have to replace the whole computer, whatever sensors you shorted or whatever. So now I'm happy with this. I'm wiping down all the wet spots. That's pretty much it. Now there is a little bit of wetness on top of this filter, but the air is going to pull that through into the white side. So it's not enough oil to go through that into the motor. So that's how you do it. And now we wipe down our other one. Same exact thing. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right, we're out and about in the vehicle. And you could call this a little bit of a follow-up. So we're at 2,500 feet above sea level. And this is the navigation. And so the DA, the density altitude out here is pretty rough. So we actually have a video on this car doing a 0 to 60 at about, I'm going to say 2,600 feet above sea level on Durango, right up here where we're headed now. And this car did a 3.8 second 0 to 60 going uphill on a 1 degree incline at 93 degrees out. And it had a 230 pound passenger. And at the time I weighed about probably 185. So yeah, hard to believe this car weighs 3,900 pounds, and with no launch control, just flooring it, it does 3.8 seconds 0 to 60. So check out that video clip. Time for a little 0 to 60. Count of three. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 93 degrees out at, 11 o'clock at night. Gorgeous out. Just to let you know, we had a very special person on the channel, Eli DeVille. He got his car stolen at a Petco here in Las Vegas. If you have any idea on it, let us know. But he's got a GoFundMe down in the description section. If you can relate to someone stealing someone's car and basically getting screwed and getting all your personal belongings stolen, help him out. You know, if you can throw him a couple bucks and you're in the position to help someone in the community, that would mean a lot to me if you could do that, because he's helped me. And that's what it's all about, is loving and giving makes life worth living, and the more you give, the better you live. So hey, help him out, and we're gonna keep rocking. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go ahead and tap this little button, and then you're gonna see the notification bell. You're gonna go in here, you're gonna allow it all the settings in the badge. You're gonna go back, and you're gonna click this bell, and you'll hit all notifications. That way you'll get a notification when I publish my next video. Oh, another traffic light. So we're here on Durango and DI, right where we did that 0 to 60. And boy, it seems like you're always sitting at traffic lights. But you know what? Take a look at our average speed here. You can see here, our average speed is exactly 24 miles an hour. And our average miles per gallon over the last 6,177 miles is 20.2 average miles a gallon. So that's not highway miles a gallon, that's average, which is city driving at 24 miles an hour for 254 operating hours. So hard to believe this car at 3,950 pounds, 4,000 pounds, basically a Crown Victoria cop car, weighs about 4,160. So this car weighs about 110 pounds lighter than a Crown Vic, and this thing's averaging 20 miles a gallon. Now, you got to realize the filter was dirty that last, 4,000. So this thing would be averaging close to 20 and a half average miles a gallon. And this thing gets at 69 miles an hour. This thing's getting 30.7 miles a gallon highway. So just amazing. And up here, we'll give you a little tip in, and we'll show you a little, we'll do a, let's see, we'll do a 5th gear, which is direct drive. We'll do a 1,000 RPM to 1,500. So hold on, we'll go a little slower, right there. All right, so we're rolling into it. That's 1,000, 1,500 RPM, and there's 2,000 RPM. So from 1,000 to 2,000, we just went from like 30 miles an hour to 52 miles an hour. And I mean, you can't even hear this thing, it's so quiet. And overall, I like the car. It's a little on the German side for me. It's a little robotic. I still like the C6 Corvette is my favorite car, a manual. But I tried to find one and I couldn't find one, so we ended up getting this sucker. And I like it. It's nice and quiet. Take a look at the altitude now. We're up another street higher. We're at 2,700 feet above sea level. So the higher you go, you lose a lot of power, especially on a naturally aspirated car. This has twin turbos in it, and it's a solid car. I definitely got to give it to them. Back in Germany, they do build a really good, solid vehicle. And yeah, if you want to see everything else we did on this little angel, check out this playlist here. This is everything I've done to my personal car. Everything I've done to my car, you can do to your car. If you want to try the AMSOIL products, if you're on a laptop, desktop, click show more in this right-hand corner. If you're on a smartphone, click the reverse down arrow. When you use my AMSOIL link, I would be your AMSOIL dealer. I could answer all your questions on the products. Be happy to help you out. This is what I do about 60 to 70 hours a week, and I love doing it. I say on the channel, lube to love, love to lube. And that's why I get up in the morning. I love getting in there lubing cars, helping people all in around the community here with their vehicles, and God, all people all around US and Canada. And I have a lot of viewers in other countries, so I appreciate everyone that watches the channel. If you love this video, definitely slap that thumbs up button if it's a great piece of content and you love it. And the other thing is, we got Eben's end of month giveaway every last Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. We do a giveaway where I give hundreds of dollars in gift cards away. We give Snap-on tools away, which are one of a kind. Some of them are pretty much, they're all lifetime warranty, and they're all made in America, as is the K&N air filter. So even though this car is made in Germany, they say, where would you be with no comedy? In Germany. So, you know, it's a different take on the automobile, I respect it. You know, are they better? Are they worse? There's really no such thing as better or worse. You have to take care of them all. If you take care of them, just like I do to my car, you're going to see the results, and your car is going to run better than when it was brand new. This car, brand new, would not average 20.5 average miles a gallon, not even close. So definitely check out everything I've done to my car. You can do it to yours. Check out this playlist up here. This is on the giveaways, and we will see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.